happy December. This is Tony, this is my vlog, and I'm glad that you're tuning in. It's Christmas time, so it's kind of weird that I'm standing in front of a garbage can instead of maybe a Christmas tree or a manger scene. But the other day when I was dealing with our garbage issue, I actually thought about Jesus, and let me tell you why. I sometimes forget to take the garbage out. Our garbage is picked up on Monday mornings. So like many Americans, we have to pull it out the night before because they come at the butt crack of dawn. And so Sunday nights is kind of busy and my mind is all over the place. I'll come home, be so tired, go to bed. I'll wake up in the morning and see, I missed the garbage again. So this time I had 2 weeks full of garbage overflowing. And I actually had to use this bungee cord to clasp it all down. And so all the garbage was bustling over, so finally when it was taken, I was glad it was empty, but this always happens. If you see at the bottom of the garbage can, it's just nasty. And this isn't even half as nasty as what it usually is. Sometimes there's like remnants of diapers, and you might not want to hear about that. And it just reeks. I mean, you walk into the garage, the whole garage just smells because of this garbage can. And I was like, oh, I know I need to deal with that, but I had these in my car. So I just opened one of these and I threw it in there. I was like, okay, that'll take care of it. It's one of those air fresheners for the car, which it did for like a day or two. I was like, oh, it smells like vanilla. But after 2 days, 3 days, it wasn't quite working anymore. The stench was still there. So I knew I needed to come, take the garbage, take the hose, put my whole, look at this, I had to put my whole body. It's kind of nasty to put your whole body in a garbage can. But I had to do that because it wasn't going to be smelling good unless I took the time to do that. So as you can imagine, maybe you're already connecting the dots. As I was in there, I was thinking about Christ and how in reality that's what Christ did for us. He came into our garbage, he came into our mess. He was willing to come into the stench of our sin to make us clean. But how often we want to just throw an air freshener over our stench and over our sin. We want to cover it up. We think being a Christ follower is all about masking the issues in your life and putting on a happy face, so that Sundays become more about looking good and putting on a show than being real with your brokenness. The Bible is really clear. Jesus is called God with us. He is with you. He's with us in our stench, in the garbage of our life. Hallmark doesn't get it right. Every Christmas card that has this beautiful picture of Mary in this glowing blue robe with a halo and Jesus looking perfectly beautiful and Nordic. That's not what it looked like on the night of Christ's birth. Remember, it was a stable, it was a barn. What does a barn smell like? Like cow dung, like horse droppings. It was cold. It had no medicine, no nurses, no epidural. So those of you who had a baby or know anything about giving birth, it was a messy, messy situation. But that was the beauty of it. And so this Christmas season, I just encourage you with the fact that God loves you. He comes into your mess. He's not afraid to get down and dirty into your sin. And we should also be willing to do that with each other. We should be willing to share the stench of our life, knowing that even if people do judge us harshly, God doesn't. He loves us. He wants to help make us new, make us clean, and He's willing to do the work if we are too. So I encourage you in this season of Christmas, have a merry, Jesus-centered Christmas. Participate in a church worship gathering this year. Don't let the fact that you feel like you have to have it all together prevent you from going somewhere on Christmas Eve. You are made in God's image and He loves you. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great Christmas. Stay tuned for more things coming up in our young adult